What's up, kids? This is Justin, and welcome back to Mice Imagination. Today I'm going to be building a community garden park. This is going to be for use in my upcoming Let's Play, but also I kind of figured this would be a lot that would be able to be used in future Let's Plays as well, because the idea behind this particular lot is there's going to be a garden inside there that we can use as a community, and it'll continue to grow, and anybody will be able to pull plants from there as they need. So that should be kind of cool. Anyway, as you saw in the beginning of this, I built this on the Midtown Meadows lot in Newcrest, because that's going to be right near my house. But you can use it on any 40 by 30 lot. I just don't know how well the entrances that I set up will line up with any other sidewalks. It was built specifically for this lot. In the beginning, I don't know why I decided to start here, but I started with this little fountain area, and you'll see as I'm kind of building this that it actually started glitching. And here's the final shot of what happened, because I realized it was glitching in the video. So I jumped ahead. So here we are, moving on to doing some of the surrounding fencing. Honestly, I'm really just trying to get a feel for what this is going to look like. So we'll just let the video play and show you what I'm doing here. I kind of got a little frustrated with this section right here. It wouldn't really do what I was trying to do. You'll see what I was eventually going for, but this is a little trick that I like to do to copy a lot of things at the same time. I can't really see it very well right there, but again, it does show it better later in the video. Again, this is where I was kind of struggling with what I was trying to do. I eventually ended up getting it right, but sometimes, watching this again, it would have been easier if I would have deleted the floor just a few seconds ago. But oh well, you get it right in the end. Just throw in a few bushes here. A little park bench along the sidewalk. Now I'm trying to get a feel for what the inner sidewalk is going to look like. Really, I'm just playing with stuff. Oh, and here I'm kind of playing with some of the terrain items, and then I realized that that's just going to be a huge pain considering what I know that the end product is going to look like. So I just end up going with tiles. I would have loved more contoured flooring, but sometimes you just got to go with what you got. Okay, this is a cool thing that I was talking about. I like to do this trick. I basically formed a room around what I was trying to copy, and then copy it, move it around, and then go back, delete the walls, delete the floor, and you get all the items as an exact copy, and then you don't have to rebuild it. See, that was quick and easy. And then I basically do the same thing here, but here's where I do the other trick that I really love to do. I love to put bushes out, and then I'll take these flowers and kind of hide them inside, and you'll see I'll just kind of lift them up with the Alt 9, and then throw everything in there. And then on this section again, you'll see I actually do form another room around that area and throw it into the other corner, and you'll see how quick and convenient that is. That's this right here. Super easy. Now I just go back and clean it all up, because I obviously don't need a bench there. Here I'm adding some little walls, just trying to really get a feel for where everything I know I want is going to be. Basically, by the end of this, we're going to end up with a playground, some gazebo areas for some food, with some grills and some vendors to be able to buy some food, and then there will also be a large community greenhouse with an outdoor little seating area that's kind of cute, maybe a possibility of getting engaged area. Here I'm working on the playground itself, and then finally there will be a last little section that actually contains an area to get married, so a little wedding arch. Just adding a little bench there. Little seating areas for the moms and pops to watch their kiddos as they play, as you will. Sorry about that. There's a squirrel with my dogs, so you can kind of hear them in the background. Okay, so here I'm just kind of laying some sand for the playground, and then trying to draw some paths, some pathways, just give it a little more detail. I really just only used a few colors, but it definitely needed something a little bit more, so I was trying to figure out what. I finally settled on some rocks. I guess the idea behind it is they'll be those kind of foamish rocks you would find at the playground and such. Just fill a few more in here and there. Wiggle everything around. And then I decided it needed like some sort of centerpiece. I finally decided on this llama. It doesn't really look much like a llama, but I guess the idea is that the kids could all climb on it. And then I wanted to throw some like designs and stuff on their entrance in and out. I started with the dinos, but eventually decided that the rabbits would be cuter. Alright, here I'm moving on to the section that's going to be the greenhouse area. This is going to be the communal greenhouse. Trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with it. I end up with like 3 different entrances. But it ends up really working out pretty well. Build the first floor, throw in a roof, and then realized that I also wanted to store trees in here as well. So end up building a second floor. But I wanted it to be kind of a half and half, so you'll see I have to kind of play with these 2 rooms here. The idea is that trees have to have at least 2 floors or a larger wall structure, and I didn't want the larger wall structure because I knew I was going to build some gazebos and I wanted those a specific height. So throw in a second floor, but that also gives me enough room to throw in a lot of room for plants. Now here I am throwing in the planters. I decided to leave these all empty. I personally want to build this up kind of from scratch, and I threw in a ton, way more than we probably need. But you can also go to the gallery and download all the perfect plants. There are some members out there that have uploaded galleries that have all the perfect plants in here. Here I was thinking about throwing in a flower arranging table, and then just realized that you would get stung the out of bees. So I end up deciding to do something else with that. and also realized I blocked an entrance. And here I'm starting to put in trees, but I always like to look around to see what's going on around the lot, to see what's going to match the area. The idea is this little area here is possibly going to be a place to get engaged and stuff like that. I really love these new planters that they put in. I love how they kind of line up and match. Just adds for a great decoration. I end up using quite a bit around the greenhouse. Just trying to play with this area, trying to figure it out. See a few items that I want, so I just throw those in other areas. Oh, now here I started playing with moving the fence, and the game totally started glitching out on what was located where. I ended up just cutting most of it, but I ended up messing with that for like 15 minutes. I ended up just like cutting, like I said, cutting it out, but just having to reset the game just to figure it all out. Now here I'm throwing in kind of a makeshift walkway. There's these little stones and stuff that you have in the game. I'm kind of shifting the pattern around so it doesn't look too aesthetic. I really wish there was more stuff like that in the game. Those little stones and stuff like that you could really set a path. I mean, I know that you could technically use like the terrain thing, and there is stuff in the debug menu, but I really try to stay away from that personally. It's just too hard to search. I really wish they would fix that. And then here again, I'm kind of just playing with it. I'm adding in a little rooftop for this little, flower arranging area, some decoration, something kind of nice for just outside the garden, Couldn't figure out what to do here at first. Sometimes I just, gotta take a look back, figure out what you want to do. Oh, here I realized that I needed to take the ceiling off for the glass roof, but I couldn't figure out how to get to that one part, so just ended up having to move that window. Finally figured out what I wanted to put here. I wanted a bunny here, but I couldn't find the exact bunny that I wanted, so I went with that one for now. I think most of you know what I'm talking about, but I ended up fixing it in the end. But now I'm just trying to build out this center section, fountain, trying to figure that out. I really wanted like a center fountain here. I thought that would be fun. Really, I just end up playing with a few things. I end up settling on this for now, and then I just end up seeing a couple other items. I'm just like, screw it, I'll take a look at. Gotta have a chess table. And then another table. This is honestly just another way for the kids to watch or for the parents to watch their kids, I guess. Finally figured out which bunny I wanted. Got that in there. So that bottom section was gazebo area, and I realized that if I put in that gazebo like I wanted them raised up, then it was automatically going to raise up the greenhouse as well. So I knew I was going to have to mess with stairs. At least I thought so anyway. And I kept playing with this one little section and tried to get all these stairs in. And this little area over here, right here, just kept messing with me. It was a pain in the I finally ended up figuring out what I needed to do, and it wasn't attaching to the fence, and nothing was working right. So I ended up coming back to it, and then I realized that I was only one step up, and I probably didn't need to have stairs at all. You see I'm putting railings on there. So I end up actually testing with my sim. So let's cue in Hannah there. Hannah gets a little cameo here. Oh, and then I realized that I didn't even have the lot set up right. And what I mean by that is that I forgot to set it as a park, so she couldn't get into somebody's house. I fixed it real quick, but realized I forgot to turn the recording on while I was doing the gazebos, so that's why the jump ahead there. Basically, all I did is created one gazebo, simple octagon, and then just copied and pasted. Now I'm just trying to paste what I want as far as where the bathroom position is, as well as the vendors, and then the wedding area will be in the back. Time to place a couple more trees. Wanted, some cover for the gazebo area, or excuse me, not a gazebo area, but the wedding arch area. I couldn't really quite figure out this section at first, but just placed a bunch of chairs, and then I figured I'd line them up how I wanted them. Add a few decorations. So this back table is basically like, those sometimes when you go to a wedding, they have you sign like a little book for the bride and groom. Could be different for different weddings, but that was the whole idea behind what I did back here. Place a little bit more food just in case. Add a little more trees, seating areas, yada yada. Eventually some walkways. And a little gnome, I like to hide one here and there. Again, I really wish they would do more of these walkway things. I really love adding this to it. I know there's other ways to do it, but this is my favorite way to do it. Try to add a little bit of detail to where the seats would go. Then I realized I forgot to do the flower beds too. So I just kind of jumped through that real fast. This damn wall. Getting towards the end here, so try to just figure out if there's any other final touches I need to look at. Figure out I need to change the lighting in the gazebos. A little touch over here by the wedding arch. Really, it's just final touches. I'll let you guys enjoy. Okay, thank you for sticking around to the end. I greatly appreciate it. This one was a lot of fun to build, and I'm really looking forward to using it in this Let's Play as well as future ones to come. I'm going to post it on my gallery, which I call this Imagination Safe, so please feel free to download it for yourself if you want to play it as well. As you can see from the screenshots, I did add some lighting, and there's a few other Easter eggs for anybody that's curious. I think that's going to wrap this one up. Please throw a like and subscribe in the section below. That does really help me out as I am a brand new channel. I hope everybody's staying safe, enjoying some time with their family. We'll see you next time, and until then, take care, kids.